When it comes to water production, there are several ways you could generate electricity and power for actually running your factory. I know this might sound strange to some people who don't reside within Nigeria, but we still struggle with electricity, and it's a huge challenge that greatly affects the business, especially water production in Nigeria. This is such a huge challenge that even our profit margins are actually affected. Let's say, for example, now you want to produce pure water. Maybe you want to do production of like 5 hours. You come to the factory, the operator is there, everybody is there ready to start work, but there is no light. Then you switch on your generator, maybe a diesel generator or a petrol generator, depending on which one you use, and you actually run that factory for 5 hours. Now, from the water that you've actually produced and you've taken to the market, you've sold to your customers. From that sales you've made, you now have to remove money for diesel, which you spent in producing it. You see, it just increases your cost of production, and this is a major challenge in the business. Now, there are three major ways which we get light or electricity is used for production in the factory. The first one is from the power holding companies, or NEPA, as we popularly know them. The second one is by using generators, and the third one is solar. I think these are the three major ways which most factories in Nigeria actually generate electricity. Now, let's talk about the NEPA side, or the power holding side. The power supply in Nigeria is poor, but there are still some places in Nigeria where they do get stable power supply. I recently had talks of band A, band B, and various segmentations which they've done for which power is supplied. But for the most part, most factory owners in Nigeria still struggle with power supply. I had recently, is it Abia State? They are generating power, 24 hours power supply, but I still don't know much about that. Maybe we'll have to relocate to that side for business. But yeah, NEPA is not trying at all when it comes to power supply. Now we have the second way which we generate electricity, which is through the use of generator. Now the thing is, with generator, like I said earlier, when you keep on buying diesel, you keep on buying petrol, you see that your expenses keep on increasing. You're buying diesel or petrol for your generator, that's for production, and you're also buying diesel or petrol for actually distributing your products, that's with the delivery vehicles. So you see, it increases the expenses. It's not that we don't use generator in our factory. In short, currently, as I'm recording this video, our generator is on. We use the generator sometimes to do backwashing. That's before NEPA green light and we resume production. Or sometimes we just use the generator to maybe increase the number of products in the finished product room. Maybe the drivers come in during the weekends and they take some products out for sales. The ones left in the finished product room will actually reduce. So when we keep on getting that request, I have no choice but to switch on the generator and do some quick production. So that's like the second major way which we also generate electricity. The third way is with solar. We've actually used solar, but we use solar mainly for our borehole. We only use it for a few equipments, not for running the full factory as a whole. So, but solar is also by far one effective way for generating electricity and actually running your business. In short, we're even thinking of getting solar. That's the We currently use a lithium battery solar inverter at our residence. So, but in the factory here, we are trying to see how we could integrate it, and maybe the whole facility will be able to run on that lithium battery solar inverter. I've actually visited a factory whereby they run the whole facility on solar, and they actually have like good sales there, because when you're not spending on electricity, you're not thinking of paying light bill, you're not thinking of buying diesel for production. You just have your solar that you maintain it once in a while. It will actually run well for you. And when it comes to the capacity of solar which you need, usually if you have like a two pure water machines factory like this one, you need something like 12 kVA or 15 kVA solar. And for that one, for lithium battery, I think that one now should be maybe around that 15 million margin. Just budget around that amount. I'm not sure about the amount, but just budget around that amount. Because once they are doing the solar installations, they will have to look at the kind of facility you have. Maybe if you are connecting your borehole, maybe if you are also connecting a few other appliances like an ice block machine for cooling cooling your water, and some other things too. So there are things which in general they need to come and check, inspect before installing the solar. If you're interested in solar, I'll leave my contact information at the end of the video so that you can actually reach out to me and connect with those installing the solar. So solar is one major way which electricity is generated. Now, still on the issue of power generation, now there's this manual bottle filling machine which is used for just a small amount or for packaging small quantity of product. Maybe if you need emergency production, or maybe you want to package your juice, you want to package your kunu or anything you are doing, you can use that manual filling machine. Because of power challenges, people have actually opted for this manual filling machine. I'll leave the image of the machine on screen so that if you are maybe struggling with this challenge of using the monoblock machine, because the monoblock machine is an automatic machine and it requires power, it requires a lot of energy to run it. So it might actually increase the expenses of your business. If you want to opt for maybe a manual and a small scale machine that can just do something minor for you, the manual filling machine is also there, is also an option. So these are just like some of the way which we currently use to tackle the electricity challenges when it comes to running water business in Nigeria. And also when it comes to packaging bottled water too, the shrink wrapping machine is a huge machine and it draws a lot of energy. In short, in our first factory, that was some years back, our first factory, the first shrink wrapping machine we had was one of the major contributors of what made our generator actually develop some major issues. In short, sometimes we'll just go to the factory. When you switch on the generator, you're about to start production. Immediately you switch on the shrink wrapping machine, you will hear the noise of the engine will change. So because of the strain which the shrink wrapping machine put on that generator, the generator actually developed some issues and we had to change it. So we had to change the main engine itself. So in general, getting into the water business can be quite challenging if the odds are not in your favor and the conditions around your area are not actually favoring you. In short, that is why during the consultation session, I do tell people that once you are getting into this business and you see that some of these things I'm highlighting, they are not actually working in your favor, you can opt in for retail. Because when it comes to the water business, there are two sides. You can either be a manufacturer or you can be a retailer. So retail is also profitable, and although you will still need light to run the business because you need maybe a fridge for your ice block machine, because you still need light for your ice block machine, you still need to power your fridges, so you still need that initial capital to start up the business, but it won't be as much as the manufacturing side, and you will actually be able to realize some profits too in this side of the business. So in general, you can either get into manufacturing or you can get into retail. Still, you're in the water business. You can be a retailer of pure water, you can be a retailer of bottled water. They are still all in the line of the water business. So for running only a sachet water factory, you will need maybe a 12 kVA generator, a 15 kVA generator. If you are running a sachet water factory and a bottled water factory, you can think of 100 kVA plus generator. This could be a soundproof generator. There are various brands of them too. There's Perkins, there's John Holt, there's Meccano, and so on. So yeah, there are various ways which you could actually power your water factory. Don't forget to like the video and also subscribe to the channel because this shows your support. And the next time I post a video, you'll get notified and you'll be among the first people to actually see the video. For those interested in a one-on-one consultation session, I also hold consultation sessions on WhatsApp. I'll leave my WhatsApp number on the screen so that you can contact me there. And by the way, the WhatsApp consultation session is not free. I do free consultations every once in a while, but if you are lucky, you might get it. But in most cases, I do charge a fee for the one-on-one consultation session. If you are interested, you can send me a message and we'll start chatting about your own specific project. Also, with the consultation session, there is a business plan, building plan, cost analysis report, and NAFDAC checklist to help you understand the administrative side, building side, NAFDAC side, and also what it takes to produce a bag of pure water.